Well, it's April, Autism Awareness Month, and lots of things are happening locally.
Including the Puzzle Walk. That event, like everything we're covering this morning, is from the Autism Society of Nebraska.
That's right, and team leaders Ember Walker and Ruth Allen are with us this morning. Welcome to the Blend. Good to see you guys.
Nice to see you both.
Listen, the Puzzle Walk is one of our favorite events of the year. We started emceeing and being hosts at this event back in 2011, maybe.
Probably. Yeah.
And so we know what it's all about. But how do you guys celebrate Autism Awareness Month?
Well, we actually have a lot of events going on Autism Awareness Month. It's kind of our busy month, go figure. But we try to keep busy all year round. We have different groups. We have like a preschool group, an elementary group, a teen group, a young adult group, and an adults group. And so every month we like to have like events held for them. This month our main thing is just the Puzzle Walk, which is going to be amazing. So
it's a big event. A lot of people come, and the kids come too.
Yeah, all ages.
Why is it important to do stuff all year long? Because as a smaller organization years ago, as I'm watching you evolve, you keep adding stuff, you find new partners, new families come into the fold. Why is it important to be consistent with some of these activities that you laid out?
I think, as you know, the statistics today are 1 in 68, and that number grows. Every year it grows exponentially. And we now have people out there who are not just children and toddlers, they're adults.
Yes.
And so I think getting our message out there and advocating for all ages is extremely important because that oftentimes gets overlooked, especially in girls, adult girls.
Yeah, Ruth, would you take us back a little bit and share your experiences with autism, and I guess with the organization as well?
So I have a kind of an interesting story with my son. About 2, I suspected that there was just something a little different. And actually we didn't get our formal diagnosis until last week, and he's now 10.
Wow.
But with coming to events at ASN, I remember being nervous walking into our first event. But as soon as we walked in, it was just, we were so welcomed. I could look around, I can see other kids kind of tiptoeing around or spinning, and I knew that my son was not alone. I knew I was not alone. Not only have I found people I can count on who are there for me all year. That's the great thing about the events we have all year is at least once a month there's someplace you can go to get the support that you need. And you know that you're not alone, your child's not alone. And then even for siblings, we have events throughout the year that we offer for the siblings because they are so important to how our children on the spectrum develop and understand that peer interaction at home as well as out in the community.
You said your son's 10 years old now, but you said something, Ember, that I'd like to circle back to, and that's serving individuals and families into adulthood. Wendy is one of the gals who got us connected with the organization, and her mom, Moppy, we love and adore. We love seeing her be-bopping around the events. But it reminds us of how important it is to continue to serve, and you're not putting some kind of time limit on it. Why is that critical as you're hearing from families who do need that service?
I think a lot of the deal is we focus on children and getting children diagnosed. And I think there is a huge gap for many years between, like, especially with women, girls, they present differently. So I think like they kind of went undiagnosed. They were just a little bit odd, or they were functional enough to pass. Right. They just had a few quirks, and so they've gone most of their life without that support. And as they've gotten older, it's gotten harder, it's gotten more difficult. And those supports were not as prevalent as they are today. And so we kind of feel like if we just keep putting that message out there and keep saying, hey, it's not just children, it's not this 2-year-old, it's not this 8-year-old, it's also adults that, we'll eventually be able to get some of those services for them that we have for our younger ones.
Ruth, what do you want to add?
It's also important to remember that as some of those people who were diagnosed later in life, or the ones who were diagnosed 20, 30 years ago, they're losing their family support. And so for them to have support in the community, as their parents age and are no longer able to support, they need help finding support for their parents as well as for themselves.
Great point.
Yeah, and individuals on the spectrum, they do face some different challenges. And for you, Ruth, would you take us through the daily challenges that you guys face? Because I don't think, people who don't have kids on the spectrum understand some of them.
One of the things that is an interesting little quirk my son has is he likes to wear his clothes backwards. And, that was cute when he was a toddler, but now that he's 10 years old, his peers notice, and sometimes he becomes the target of a little bit of bullying. So to help him understand that he needs to conform a little bit, but letting him have his quirks, like an undershirt that's backwards, or so that it's not as noticeable. But also, and then we have battles at school, not battles, but we have struggles at school to make sure that they're in the least restrictive environment, so that they're still learning from all their peers.
Yeah.
Well, to know one person on the spectrum is to know one person on the spectrum.
Exactly.
Every single person is an individual, and that's why I love the idea of the puzzle pieces, because the sides and even what's on the puzzle piece, all of that's different, and that's why you'll see that logo with the organization, with this event, the Autism Puzzle Walk. It's more than a walk. There are tons of activities that happen around it, and it is on Saturday, April 28th. You see information there, but for our viewers who haven't been before Ember, why should they come and join you?
I think you should come, first of all, just the sense of camaraderie when you walk in there. It's your family. Your kid can do, your child can do, your teenager can do, you can do as an adult, and you fit right in.
Yeah.
We have something for everyone there. We'll have like a magician. We have special surprise guests walking around throughout the event.
Characters, the bounce houses.
Bounce houses for all ages.
Like
so
there are tons
you can
of
get on
inflatables.
it, Mike.
Yeah, I'm not shy. I'll
I
jump in one
love
of
this
those
picture.
inflatables.
There's not one, there are several, so you're not
Yes.
waiting in lines and trying to, like you can walk around, wear yourselves out at this event.
And you got some great partners to help make all this possible as well.
Yes, we do. We do. We work with a lot of community partners.
April
so it's
28th,
awesome.
so get that on your
Actually,
calendars.
it's April 8th.
April 8th, okay.
Thank you. Thank you for pointing that out.
we've
It says
got that
28th on the
It's
graphic.
this Saturday.
Do you
So
know
it's
when
this
you're-
Saturday. It's this
this
Saturday.
Saturday.
I'm sure it's on
You're
my
gonna be there,
calendar.
right?
I'll be there Saturday.
I won't be there because Friday's my last day.
I know.
But guys, I've been to this event several times and I love it. AutismNebraska.org, that is the website. And this is one where you feel community. Once you're there, you get it. And so thank you both for being here and sharing your stories.
That's right, April 8th, this Saturday.
8th.
Yes, this Saturday.
8th, okay. Thank
Saturday.
you.
We'll
for
see you Saturday.
Thank you for setting us straight.
Yes.
Glad she called us out.
So.
So that event is April 8th.